What's going on, YouTube? This is Luke with Endless Entrepreneurs, just coming to you with another haul video. It is Saturday, almost 9 p.m. Eastern time. I thrifted a ton this morning. Been getting a lot done throughout the day, lots of listings. Had a little bit of pool time for some sun, and now just coming to you guys to show you what I found and what brands to be on the lookout for. I've got it all over here. I've got about 5 bags to go through. If you are new to my channel, I am a part-time eBay seller and a full-time corporate finance analyst. So I build my business in my spare time. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. I love eBay. I love reselling. I specialize in men's clothing. I pretty much sell every type of niche that you have on men's clothing, from shoes to blazers to suits to dress shirts. So hopefully this haul and things I picked up will be helpful to you if you're just starting a reselling journey or if you're a seasoned reseller. Hopefully you can learn a little bit. What I like to do is up front just kind of go through every item that I've bought. I'll talk about kind of, how many I got, what I spent, what I think each item will resell for, why I picked up that brand, why I think it'll resell well, and what approximately what I think the the profit on each item will be, in hopes to help you guys. So it looks like we've got 22 watching live. I'm just going to check the chat real quick, make sure that everything looks good, that everyone can hear me okay. Hi, reseller guy. Hey, Chase the Dream, Edward, Lisa. Just thanks for stopping in, guys. We got 23 watching live. Sorry for the ones I don't shout out. I just don't want to spend the whole time at the beginning shouting people out, but I really appreciate you guys being there. Yeah, definitely hit that like button if you guys are excited about what I found. I'm going to jump right in, though, just for people who may rewatch this pre-recorded. I want to make sure they get the value up front. I'll do a little bit of Q&A at the end, and then I'm going to wrap up and actually get to bed. I've done a ton of stuff today between, thrifting and listing, and I had some other stops and errands to do before our trip, and so I'm a little burned out. Spent some time by the pool trying to get a little bit of color before I go to Punta Cana so I don't fry. So we'll see. But either way, let me jump in. So we have got, let's see, 1, 6. So it looks like I got about 29 items for $131. Did a quick, you can see there. This is the first store. Second store, I'll have to find the receipt as I go, but I think I found a total of about 55 items if I were my rough count. I'll show you the other receipt when I come across it, but I've got the bags here, guys. I'm just going to pull them out and go, show you guys the labels, and we'll just keep on rolling. So I did try to adjust a little bit since I don't have as much summer inventory. So these are Nike ACG shorts. They are like a nylon hiking short. They're size 40, so they're a big size. I haven't researched the comps, but I'm pretty sure I can get like 20 bucks for these. I could be wrong, but I actually, guys, shorts at my store only $2.99, so these were pretty cheap. They'll go first class. So even if they're 16 to 20 bucks, hopefully they'll move a little quicker and decent pickup. We'll find out. Don't take my word for it on this particular one because I haven't researched it, but I think I'm not going to lose money on that one. This is a pretty cool find. I am an upstate New Yorker. I am a Yankees fan. This is it's kind of like a dry fit, Thermofit type. It's by Majestic, which is kind of the official MLB line. It's a long sleeve, kind of like warmer pullover. It's in really good shape, and it is I think it's a double XL. Yeah, this is a 2XL, which is even better. So it's kind of like that dry fit, like Thermofit type material if you're familiar with Nike. Probably can get somewhere in the neighborhood of, I would say, upper 20s to mid 30s for this. I'm in it for $4, so pretty excited about that. This was another good find here. So this is just a basic Under Armour. If this was my size, I would have kept it for sure. It's a medium though, so a little too small for me. It's just a quarter zip. It's like a royal blue. In this for $4. Probably get high 20s for this, maybe low 30s. We'll see what the market gives for this, but definitely a high 20s item in it for $4. This is something I had to actually look up. I don't have to look up stuff very often, but it's called Sun Ice, and it's the Typhoon line, and this is like a golf jacket. And the good news is one, it's my size. It's short sleeve, which is awesome for down here where I live, and it's in great condition. So I'm going to list it. I'm actually going to keep it in my closet for when I golf. Just in case the weather isn't bad. I don't golf often anymore. I used to golf a ton. I golfed in college on our club team. I love the sport. Since I moved down here, I haven't had a lot of chances to go. But I did look at comps for these, and it looks like anywhere from like 25 to 35 bucks you can get for these lightweight Typhoon line ones. So, and they gave me the sweater price. I got it for $4, which is pretty cool. All right, this is a North Carolina. Let's see if I can find it here. It's a Champion is the brand, and it's like it's a hooded zip up. It's a quarter zip, kind of like I don't know. It looks like it's vented in the front, but I guess it isn't really vented. It just has a pocket underneath. But it's got the embroidery for UNC Tar Heels. It's in great condition. You got Champion on the sleeve here. Not sure what I'm going to get for it, but it's super lightweight. I got it for $4. Pretty sure I can get mid-20s for this pretty easily. So good find there. I was pretty happy with that. If you're not familiar with this line, you should be. This is our brand. It's called Mountain Khakis. I do pass on some of just the really plain cotton shirts they have. This one, though, I mean, their pants are like 100% sell-through. They have the canvas type hiking work pants or the blue jeans. They're great. I pick them up every time they sell for me. This is like it's a quarter zip sweater. It's a little heavier. It's got the Mountain Khakis logo embroidered on the back somewhere here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm struggling here, guys. Sorry. I think it's on. I thought it was. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Sorry, it kind of blends in. But they got the MK there embroidered on the back. Super good condition. It's just cotton, but it's a size small. It's in excellent shape. Probably going to ask for mid-20s, high 20s for this. Somewhere in that 25 to 30 range in it for $4. So a pretty good find. This, if anyone follows me on Instagram, saw me post this earlier. I have no idea what this is going to sell for, but it was way too funny for me to pass up. It says, what does it say? It says, "Who's Yeti to party?" And it's got the Yeti with the drink in their hand. It was really fun. So I'm gonna list it. It's gonna go in my closet. It's a little big for me, but I think it'll be hilarious at the party sometime. And then I'll probably price it a little high, and if it sells, great. If not, I might keep it. But I thought it was a pretty funny sweater. All right, in that for $4, by the way. This is a new with tags Callaway. It's a Opti-Dry, Opti-Shield, and Optigenic, I guess, are the three features for it. It does have an embroidery for like a farm, Wellburn Farms. Not sure where that is. I'm actually doing a little research, see if it's something notable or historic. But in any case, it's new with tags. It's black, and it is a 3XL, which is a very desirable size. I think because the logo is so bland and you'd have to look really hard to see it, that someone might even buy it who doesn't even know what this is. So I'm going to probably price it between $25 and $30 and see what happens. If it is something very notable, I might price it a little higher, but I'll have to do some research on it. Either way, in it for $4, I don't think I can lose. Like I said, this stuff is in no particular order, so good chance we're going to bounce back and forth between pants and shirts and everything else. So I apologize for that, but that is the way it is. I'm just going to look in the chat real quick, make sure everything looks okay. Hey, Terry. Thanks for stopping in. Terry is graciously moderates anytime she's around. I really appreciate it. So thank you for stopping in, Terry. I do have to apologize. My hair is kind of freaking crazy because we've been at the pool in the sun. Kind of haven't taken the time to do much with it. Just kind of dried coming out of the pool. So a little crazy. That's the way it is. These are just some standard Levi's. They are a khaki, like denim type pant, like the dungarees. They're the 514 line, which I'd love to pick up. I believe is like their slim fit line or, slim or line. These are in fantastic shape. And in these, they only charge me the slacks price, which is $4 instead of the $5 for the jeans. So hopefully we'll get like low to mid 20s, maybe 25, 26 for these. So good pickup there. Found some Nike Thermofit. These are like an olive green. Thermofit sweatpants sell amazing for me. 100% sell through. They sell every time. I don't know what it's about it. Like I've had other Nike type of sweatpants don't sell as well. But for whatever reason, these Nike Thermofits, if you can see that there, they sell fantastic for me. And these are like an ugly kind of olive brown. I know the lighting here is not great, but they're in mint condition though. Probably will ask high 20s for these. That's usually what I get. Usually around like between 26 and $30. I'll get an offer for and take it. So pretty pumped to those. Those are only $4. These are some Polo Ralph Lauren, and I only pick up the dress pants if they have the pony on the back. I don't pick up the other like Andrew line. There's a couple other, I think Hammond line. I don't pick those up because they don't have the pony. The best thing about these is these are big, so they're pressed in big. So they're actually like a bigger size. Which will sell even better. They're dry clean. They're in really good shape. They're a 46 big by 30 inseam, so they're a pretty decent sized pair of pants. Hopefully, probably going to price these pretty high. Probably going to price them like $35 and just see what happens. You know, probably will end up taking the best offer in the high 20s, but either way, I'm in them for $4. Maybe it'll sell full price. Who knows? I try to price my stuff higher to start with, especially some of the big and tall stuff like that. All right. I'm going to leave those for the end. Those are some of the home run items. You guys can wait for those. If you're following my Instagram, you might have an idea of what some of them were. Let me dump this bag out here. All right, this is the lone blazer for the day. It kind of struck out in suits and blazers. It's a little disappointing. This one was a great one. So this is like, it's a cotton linen, a wool linen blend, tweed. It's kind of like a softer tweed. It's a navy blue with like brown. And it's Ermenegildo Zegna, or Yegna. I'm not really sure what the pronunciation is. I'm sure if Krillin's in the chat, he will correct me. He seems to know all of them, which I appreciate. But and it's the soft line. The size is a 52. Let's see if I can find it here again. It's a 52 regular, which is a European size, so it's the equivalent of a 42 regular US. It's a 2-button style, so definitely the more desirable. Probably going to price this around $70 or $80 and see what happens. I'm in it for $5, so very happy with that. Now we're getting into some of the bread and butter type stuff. Let me see what we got here. So I did found 3 of these. I don't pick these up individually anymore unless it's around the Masters season. But these are the Masters Polos, just cotton. And this one happens to be the Clubhouse collection. And the other 2 I found are Amen Corner, which is named after the famous hole of the Masters course. There's that. So what happened, though, is I found all 3 of these on the racks. This one's navy blue. This one's green with navy. And they're all XLs. And so what I'm going to do, I picked them up for $4 each. I'm going to lot these 3 together, and I think I'm going to ask probably like $54.99, just see what happens. I'll probably take best offers down to like, 45-ish. But for me, that makes it easy. I'm in them for $12. I can actually fit all of these into a flat rate envelope. So it's $6 a ship. I'm in it for $20. Anything $40 or more is a good profit for me. So I'm pretty happy with that. So found these 3. It was really cool. They're all together. It's nice when that happens. Normally I would have passed them individually, but they happened to be on the rack together, which made it even easier for me to grab. So that was cool. Let's see. Again, for lotting items, I've had a couple questions on if I lot items. So that's one example of where I would. Another one that I always pick up is Brooks Brothers Polos. I get into these for $4. And you can see the tag there, and they have like the famous kind of fleece logo if you're not familiar with it. So I found this one. It's a small. I found this one, which is a slim fit large. It's got the blue fleece logo. And what I do is I pick these up when they're in excellent shape. Anytime I find them, I keep them in my closet. And whenever I get 3 of the same size and style, so let's say 3 slim fit larges or 3 just smalls, I'll lot them up and I list them for, usually I'll list 3 of them for like $49.99, and then I run my sale. So I tend to sell them between like $35 and $40, which is, a pretty good ROI considering I can fit all of them in a flat rate envelope. And again, I'm in it for $12. So usually I'm pretty happy with that. If I can get that 40 to 45 price point, you're really pumped about that. So those 2 I found. All right, let me just double check here, guys, and make sure everything's good. All right, looks like everyone can still hear me. So this is Footjoy. Being in the golf season we're entering into, or already kind of are into, this is definitely a good brand to pick up. This is just an embroidery of a local country club we have here, I believe. I'm not positive. But either way, there's no words or anything, so it should be pretty easy to sell. Here's your logo. And this is just, just plain red, nothing fancy, dry fit type polo. And this for $4. Whew. Sorry about that yawn, guys. Whew. But in this for $4, usually get between 20 and 25 for these right now. So, kind of that bread and butter, your everyday item you need for your business. Here is a Thomas Dean. Definitely a slower seller, not crushing things by any means. But I'll usually get like, over 19 to 23, $24 for these. Actually, guys, I'm going to throw on the fan. It's getting pretty hot up in here.
That's your sunburn.
There we go. Yeah, it's probably my sunburn. I was out in the sun for a couple hours trying to make sure I don't get torched when I go to Punta Cana. So sorry about that. But yeah, in this for $4. And this is one of those like flip cuff type shirts. They used to be a very popular style, similar to like English laundry, or Bugatti Uomo, kind of along those same lines. Used to command a huge profit. Not as big anymore, but they do still sell. If you get them at the right price, I definitely recommend picking them up. All right, so I just turn the fan up a little more for me there. All right, here is another brand you guys might not know. I found it a couple times, but it's called Baretta, and better known, I believe, as a gun brand, believe it or not. But this is an Italian brand. This is a 3XL dress shirt, button front. Not sure what I'm going to get for it. I have found a full zip wool, like kind of like a fleece shooting jacket before. I got like $45 for. I found a New Tags vintage shirt that had like a logo of a business that I got like $35 for before. So I'm not sure with a used shirt, button front with this brand, what it'll get. I think the 3XL will help a ton. It's an Italian brand. It's well known. I'm probably going to price it around $35 or $40, just see what happens with it. I'm in this for $4, but I would say no less than $30 given the size and the brand. All right. So this is one of my favorite bread and butter type items to sell. These are the American Eagle Vintage Fit, and this one happens to be a vintage slim fit. The Pearl Snap is the only American Eagle item I really sell, but they're Pearl Snap Western shirts. I picked these up for $4. I usually get $20 to $25 for these all the time. I probably sell 3 or 4 of these a month. I've got about 15, I think, up active right now. I looked a little bit ago when I was repricing some things, and I think I have about 15 or so of these. But yeah, I always pick these up when I find them in that good shape. For whatever reason, this niche within American Eagle sells really well. So be on the lookout for that vintage fit. Here is another one, different style. This is not a slim fit, but here's another tag just to be on the lookout for. Vintage fit, Pearl Snap. Same price. We've got, this is just another bread and butter Ralph Lauren, custom fit, size small. I actually literally just sold a custom fit orange dress shirt right before starting the show for $20. So a lot of people say that the market's flooded, this brand's dead, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, it's a slow seller, no doubt about it. I've got a couple hundred of them up. Like I do. No, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I have a couple hundred up. I sell them between $17 and $20, 1 or 2, maybe 3 times a week. So for me, there's still 10 or 12, 15 of them I sell every month. It's a good steady amount of money coming through. I'm in them for $4. They're easy to list. They're easy to store. They ship first class. So I don't pass on them because I have the storage. If you don't have the storage, you might want to pass on for some higher profit items, but I still pick these up. So I'm always happy when I find them. And if they're my size, I dual purpose and I wear them to work. So it's kind of like a win-win. All right, let's see what else we got here. Those are more pants. Try to keep the like items here for you guys. Looks like we got 75 watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you guys are getting some value out of this. Hopefully you guys found tons of good stuff this weekend. Would love to see in the comments that you guys find when we get to the end there so I can read. Keep rolling through here. So this is an Izod New Tags dress shirt. I find these a lot at my Goodwills. I think they're return items that go to like a Belk or a Macy's or wherever, and they find their way to Goodwill. Whew. Sorry about the yawns, guys. Ooh, it's getting late. But yeah, I get, $20, $25 for these. Sometimes the high teens, depending on what sales I'm running. But I'm in them for $4. They're new with tags, so it doesn't get any easier to list than that. So I always pick these up. This is if you don't know this brand, you should, and you should learn about it. It's Duluth Trading Company. I pretty much, unless it's like T-shirts or long sleeve shirts, I don't pick them up, but polo shirts and up, so polo shirts, button front, pants especially, I pick up this brand all the time. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to get for this one. It is an XL tall, though, which is a pretty attractive size. It's in really, really good condition. Probably going to ask like $35 for it and just see what happens. I haven't researched this brand in a while. I price all my polos at about $25 to $28 for this brand, and they still seem to sell like the heavier construction type polos, the outdoor ones. So we'll see what this brings, but definitely if you find Duluth Trading Company and it's not just a plain t-shirt, I definitely recommend picking it up. Here's an example of thrifting for yourself, but also reselling. So this is an Under Armour sweatshirt, just a hoodie. It's in mint condition. It's red, size large, my size. In it for $4. Probably can get high 20s for it. Not sure about low 30s. That might be pushing it, but I think about high 20s. It's in great condition. I will list this and put it in my closet, and when it sells, it sells. Otherwise, I'll wear it till then. This time of year, I guess I don't wear many hoodies, but it's always good to have a nice one on hand. So be on the lookout. Under Armour still has a lot of good resale value. Cashmere. So if you aren't familiar with cashmere as a material, it is a very high-end material. You pretty much should pick it up as long as it's flawless, regardless of the brand. Minimum, even bad brand you've never heard of in your life, you're going to get 25, 30 bucks for a cashmere item for the most part. I've sold some really, really off brands for 30, 35, $40. The really good brands, you can get 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, depending on the brand. This is Grayson and Dunwich, which I've actually never found before. I need to do some research on it. But it's 100% cashmere. It's like a dark gray. It's got that V-neck style to it. Believe it or not, it's my size. I've never actually wore cashmere before. Don't think I'll keep it for myself just because I don't think I've ever wore a sweater like this before. But would hope to get at least $30 to $40 for this, even with the off-brand. In this for $4 is flawless. Here is a Brooks Brothers along the sweater line here. So this is a V-neck. It's like a teal blue color. It's a double XL. It's Supima cotton, so it's kind of like that lightweight jumper sweater. Probably I'll get 20 to 25 bucks for this. Believe it or not, I think it'll ship first class, judging from the weight. So in this for $4, these actually sell pretty well for me. These lightweight sweaters for Brooks Brothers. The Saxon line, the Saxon wool line, sells amazing. They'll sell a little slower, but it should still sell, especially being double XL. All right, so this is a vintage Lacoste. I found a couple of these in red and blue, never in black. I'm hoping the black sells a little better. So it's a vintage Lacoste, which if you've never found it, that's just what the tag looks like, that vintage Lacoste. We've got our gator on the front, and this is like a cardigan type, and it's called Orlon acrylic is the material. Like I said, I found a couple of these. They're made in the U.S. I've gotten like 25 for one. I got 35, maybe 36 for the other. I'm going to try to get 40 for this one since it's black. It's flawless. The other ones had a couple little cosmetic things with them. So hopefully get 40 for this. I'm in it for $4. Don't think I can lose it either way. Found my other receipt. I hit 2 thrift stores today. And it was actually spent quite a bit of time on them. They were packed today. Thrift stores are really busy. Must be everyone's out in full force. So this one we spent, let's see, 10, 11, 12 items for $56. So not as many as the first store, but so a decent amount. And so we'll keep going through here. I'm down to the pants, so I'm getting closer to some of the home runs I found. Found some awesome jeans today. Was really pumped about it. All right. First, we still got one. Looks like one more shirt. So this is a Nike running dry fit. It's a quarter zip, like navy blue. It's actually, it's an XL, so it's not my size. It's a little big. I'm not sure what I'm going to get for this. I'm guessing at least like low to mid 20s for it. It's in flawless shape. It's actually pretty lightweight, so I think it'll go first class. In it for $4, so pretty happy about that. Starting to get a decent heap here, as you can see. My plan is to list all of this tomorrow. If any of you watched my video from the other day when I was kind of going through my setup here, I had all those bins with all those dress shirts and everything from I had like a smaller bulk buy before. I've actually listed almost all of that. I was busting butt today, busted butt yesterday. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm going to try and get all this listed tomorrow and be in a really good shape before my trip and just have, sales are starting to pick up. I'm not sure how they are for you guys, but they're starting to pick up for me. I've had a couple $150 days. Last night picked up, today picked up. Hopefully it keeps picking up. So again, here are some of those same type of like beige dungaree jean Levi's 514s, flawless shape. These are a little heavier, more like a canvasy feel. But again, they should get like $20 to $27, $26-ish right around there. In the neighborhood. In these, they charge me the slack price for these, $4. They seem to only charge the jean price, which is $5 for me if they're blue jeans. Anytime they're colored, they seem to just give the slack price, which is good. Here are some just basic 501s. I pick up all the 501s I find, Levi's 501s. 501s always have the button fly on the front instead of the zip fly. These are in just great shape. I mean, no stains, still hold their true color. They're 34 by 34s. Usually get, 23 to 28-ish for most of my 501s. I'm right in that neighborhood. So good buy there. Here are some Nude tags. Tommy Hilfiger slim fit dress pants. They're flat front, kind of like a khaki chino type pant. You see the tag there. And these for $4. MSRP of $59.99. My guess is I'll get 25 to 30 for these. Especially the slim fit will be a nice selling feature. You got your tag in the back there. So good find on those. $4, decent flip. Again, here are some other 501s. And these are 40 by 34, so an odd size. You can see the tags a little tore up here, but not too bad. But these are in great shape. These are like a weird blue. They're like kind of like that deeper like blue-green. They're not like a true blue jean, but they're a true denim. So not sure what these will get. They might give me a little higher because of the color and the size. Hopefully the higher 20s for these. But again, in these for $5, so can't really lose. All right, these are some Lucky Brand jeans. These are men's. These size 36. Couldn't find the fit on these. I looked everywhere. The tag was a little torn off, so it didn't have it written. Oh, no, found it right there. These are the 361 vintage straight line. So they're just, men's dark blue jeans. The men's Lucky Brand jeans do really well for me. Got these for $5. Usually sell them for high 20s, low 30s. It's not really jean selling season, but I still sell quite a few jeans even this time of year. So definitely a good pickup. All right, dump some of these out. So we have, and I'm saving the best for the last year, guys. So I appreciate you guys hanging around. We have 90 watching live. Thank you, guys. Hopefully you're finding some value here. These are 7 for All Mankind. They are, let me see if I can find the line here. Can't find what line they are. Oh, it says right, I can't really read that. They're definitely like a slim fit line. I'm going to show you this. I actually can't even read it. If someone can, let me know somehow. But I'll have to do some research. They're definitely like a very slim fit line. You can tell by the legs, like a straight tapered leg. They're definitely women's. They're size 28. I'm gonna have to do some research on them. I might have to call up Jason and see what he thinks, send him some pictures. But either way, these should get me hopefully 7 for All Mankind. Usually women's jeans get me high 20s to mid 30s. So I would anticipate the same here, especially because they're like a slimmer fit line. In those for $5. We've got some Big Star jeans. Love finding Big Star. Here it is. And here's your other tag. So it is the KCK Slim Boot Low Rise Fit. Definitely women's jeans. They got like this dark blue with the stitching on them. Really sharp. I think these are in like flawless shape. I'm going to guess probably 45 to 60-ish, depending on the line. I have to research. I don't know this specific line off the top of my head. But somewhere in that neighborhood. Got these for $5. What else we got here? Found these silver jeans. I love selling silver. These are the Aiko, A-I-K-O line, whatever that is. I'll do some research. They are size 28. Let's see if there's anything else that says about these. Western Glove Works is all it says on. But these are like a really, really light blue wash. You can see the back one. They're in okay shape. I would probably call these fair use condition. I'll probably ask like high 20s, low 30s just because of the condition. If they're in a little better condition, I would ask for higher. I normally get like 40-ish to 50-ish for my silver jeans. So either way, in these for $5, definitely won't lose with these. It's a great brand to be on the lookout for. All right, so on to the 3 what I would call home runs. So I will start with this one. So I found 2 pair of Rock and Revival jeans. This one happens to be the Paula boot cut line. Here is the tag for Rock and Revival. Be on the lookout for these, guys. And these are in fantastic shape. They're women's. They're distressed. They're great style, very desirable style. Not sure the price comps on these. Most Rock and Revivals I sell are 65 or higher pretty easily, and they sell so fast. Like I don't sit on this brand ever. I put it up. I got offers the very first day, and it's rolling, and they're gone within a week. So found these, huge home run, $5. Super pumped about that. Wish I could find them more often. And then again, second home run, I found another pair of them. This one is the Debbie line, Debbie boot line. Another women's pair. Here's your tags. In great shape. Very little wear on them. Again, 65 plus, not really sure. They could go even higher. I just need to look at the comps on them just to make sure. But that's usually what they bring. My mountain of clothes here is about to fall behind me. And then here is the home run of the day. I have done zero research on this, so just caveat, I want to do my research. But I know firsthand that Ed Hardy is a great brand. It's a good niche brand. Here it is. This specific type of item, especially coming up on the winter months when we get this, might sit for a little bit, and I'm willing to sit on it. This is a full zip puffer jacket. All right, it's got this metal like crest emblem here. I'm gonna have to do some research. Hopefully, I'm not disappointed when I do the research, but it's very heavily lined. Definitely like a puffer type feel to it. I'm hoping that I can get like close to 100 for this. I'm not sure though. Don't take my word for it. I have not done the research yet, just caveat. But I know that these usually, I mean, puffer jackets in general are pretty desirable, especially in a very popular line like this. It's in excellent shape. I mean, there are no flaws on this. It's an XL, so hopefully this will do well. And either way, I'm in it for $7. I'm not going to lose on it. And it does have the Ed Hardy embroidery on the back. You can see it's just, I don't know if you can see it, but it's all black right here. Black on black kind of stuff there. So very cool find. I had never found anything like that before, so pretty pumped about it. But yeah, it was definitely a successful day thrifting today. Found tons of good inventory. Can't wait to get it up tomorrow. Pretty pumped that sales are starting to pick up. Running all these different 25, 30% off sales, my promoted listings, all the different things are definitely starting to help. Let me jump in the chat here and see what everyone has to say. See what kind of finds do you guys have today? Have you been finding good stuff? Let's see what we got here. People are listing brands, it looks like. That's good. Finding some good stuff. See Burberry London, Ralph Lauren, Thomas Dean, LL Bean flannel dress shirt, Tommy Bahama. Let's see what else we got here. Someone just said they're a firm believer in free shipping. So am I. I offer free shipping on absolutely everything. Terry just said, thick thighs save lives. Not really sure what that reference to, but it's really funny to scroll through and see that. Drummer, I thrifted probably, I think I left at like 9. I came back by about noon. I hit 2 stores. I really took my time, though. I stopped and got coffee in between stores. I really wasn't in a hurry. I was just enjoying thrifting and being back out for once. Like, after just being so focused on the bulk order, it was nice to get out into like kind of the wild and just look for some good stuff, enjoy being out there. So it was really cool. Drummer said got some Danner boots and some hard goods. Cool, very cool. Drummer, do you only get to thrift on the weekends, or do you get to thrift during the week too? Seems so. It's just said that some great vintage clocks today. Really cool. I don't know anything about that, but that's awesome. Thomas Lee found some good plus size stuff. Mediocre brands though. Barbie asked when I'm doing 60-day returns. Yes, I'm doing 60-day returns on everything, and I recommend that everyone does as well. I have seen 0 bump in my returns. My returns have been very negligible lately. I mean, the last, I'm going on 2 months. I think I've had 5 returns total. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would go up to 60 days. Get bumped in those search engines. It helps you out. Raj just asked, is it better to look for brand or size? Brand first, size second. That's what I always say. Brand should be your initial filter. Size should be your secondary, kind of catch between them. Same with style, kind of falls into that. Magnify said found a Robert Graham shirt today, but the sleeves didn't have buttons. Ooh, that's a bummer. Robert Graham's nice. Not as good as it used to be, but it's good. Patagonia shorts for Resell Devil. That's awesome. Patagonia shorts this time of year will sell great. I'm sure they'll fly off your shelves. Let me see what else we got here. Oops, scrolling up too high here. Sorry, guys. Drummer said he got some 1953 General Electric clocks. So sweet. That's awesome. Reselling Niche Podcast, I got a lot of postcards. Never done them before, so we'll see. Got them for 2 cents a piece. That's pretty cool. Another cool thing, guys. So I am going to Punta Cana on Saturday. We leave Saturday, and so I have a zillion Tommy Bahama shirts listed in my inventory. So I'm actually been looking tonight. I'm going to go tomorrow when I go get inventory to ship. I'm going to pull out a bunch that fit me and I'm going to try to wear a different shirt every day of my trip. So it's going to be really cool. I've never really wore those shirts. I've never had a need to, but I feel like if there ever was a need to wear some really obnoxious pattern Tommy Bahama shirts, this is the time. So I'm pretty pumped about it. It's the one advantage of being a reseller is that you have that. Milk Cap just asked if I'm 100% done with LL Bean pallets. No, I'm not. I've got about 500 pair left to list, Milk Cap, but they're all similar. Like they're all the same items of what I already have up. So they're just additional quantity. They're not new individual unique items. So I'm not really in a hurry to get them up unless I need to replenish to individual listing. Right now I'm focused on getting more unique listings up to keep my sales moving during the slow time. Let's see. Philly Potter said I went to Goodwill for the first time today and picked 7 pairs of plus size Levi's and a pair of Lucky Brand. Very nice. Hopefully they sell quick for you. Summertime is definitely a little slower for jeans, so don't get discouraged. Just get them up and see what happens. And I've said the wife put me on a yard sale restriction. Sad. Sorry to hear that, Anna. Bummer. All right, well, I'll take a couple more questions if you want, guys, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up. Looks like we've got 100 people watching live. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are killing this weekend and finding awesome stuff. I'm pumped to get this stuff listed. It's amazing how listing a variety of items jump-started my sales so quickly. When I was listing all of those same LL Bean stuff for a full straight month, it definitely impacted my sales. I definitely underestimated how much that it would impact my sales listing the same item over and over and over. Versus having the variety that I've been doing lately this last week. It's just made a huge difference. So pretty excited about that. Excited to see what happens this month. Hoping to get back up into that 6K range this month for sure. Renee Resell just said I got a pallet of plus size women's clothing, but I realized the more I photo them, the more I hate taking pictures. Yeah, it's funny. The more you do one of one task, the more you don't like it. Like, I think that's why reselling can be nice. Sorry about the yawning, guys. Reselling can be nice because the variety of the different tasks kind of keeps you engaged and keeps you motivated. But when you're doing the same 2 tasks over and over and over because you're not sourcing any longer, it's like they just become less enjoyable. Chicago Bulls fan, I bought my pallets from a referral. I'm not sharing that referral source just because I don't want to compete with myself. But my best recommendation to anyone trying to buy in bulk, get into your local reselling groups, Facebook, Craigslist, whatever you can find. Network through people you know so that you can find a reliable person to test your first one and try and do a smaller one. My 3,000 piece lot was probably too big for what I should have experimented with. I just am crazy sometimes and do stupid stuff like that. It worked out well for me, thank goodness. But that would be what I'd recommend is jumping in your local groups, trying to network and find someone. Because just working with a complete stranger right off the bat might not be a great idea. Resell Devil said, how do you keep track of tax write-offs? So you can Resell Devil, check out some of my sales update videos, and then go to my website, endlessentrepreneurs.com. Go to my resource tab, and I have a couple templates there. I think I have a sample profit and loss statement one that I use for tax purposes. I have my tracker one, and those should help you organize some of your costs and expenses and things like that the right way. If you have questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Endless Entrepreneur. Shoot me a direct message, and I can help you out with that. But I'm not a tax professional, but I know how my tax professional likes to see things. So I just try to organize it that way, kind of all the way through. So hopefully that'll help you. Sarah, no problem. Appreciate the shout out there. I enjoy providing content as much as I enjoy getting the feedback from you guys. I mean, it's a two-way street. So I thank you guys too for supporting me and giving me the feedback. Drummer just said he tried 6 promotional listings yesterday. Well, great job, Drummer. I love seeing people experiment with different things. I think that the best thing you can do is just continue to experiment with different methods, test and try until you find things that work and adapt. And so that's great. Yeah, Thomas, I wish I lived closer to you too, man. It'd be cool to meet up, have some lunch, share some thoughts. If you're ever down this way, let me know. We should definitely grab some coffee or something. That'd be great. Yeah, hit that like button for me, guys. Ed, thanks for the shout out, Ed. I really appreciate it. We got almost 100 watching live. Would love to see those likes there. Let us know I'm doing a good job and that you guys are enjoying this content. Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you love my videos. I'm glad they're helpful. And for everyone watching, if you have ideas, and Anna's been doing a great job of leaving me comments, some other people have too. If you have topics you're interested about that you haven't found content about, definitely just drop it in the comments after the video. Not right now, after the video. Drop it when it refreshes and let me know what you want to see because I'll put them on my queue. I write down every video idea I get. I keep a little journal and I keep a notepad on my phone. and I make sure that I try to hit some of those, outside my normal schedule. So definitely feel free to leave them. I like to see what you guys want to learn about. I don't know everything. I am not an expert. I'm just sharing what I do and what's been working for me. So hopefully it's helpful to you guys. Appreciate it, reseller. Yes, Whitney, I got some sun today. I'm really trying to get a lot of sun in the next like 5 or 6 days, because I've heard that if you don't have a good base before you go to someplace new where the heat is intense, which I'm going on vacation on Saturday, that you can get really scorched. So I'm trying to be responsible and getting a good base before that happens. Ed Seymour said he picked up 6 old school Tommy and Ralph Polos for $6 today. Going to make 20 each. That's awesome. Great. Yeah, so I haven't got the garage sale bug lately. I mean, I used to garage sale a ton. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the uncertainty for me. It's the uncertainty that I could come up empty. Right now, our Goodwills are so packed with good inventory that I'm never going to come up empty. Like, I know with my limited time to source, I'm going to come away with stuff and not feel empty. I feel like I could go to 5 garage sales and possibly come up empty, and that scares the crap out of me. So I'm not knocking garage sales at all, like not knocking them. I think that there's enormous opportunity at them. I just haven't figured out a good strategy for attacking them yet. That's better than what I source at my Goodwills. If my Goodwills start changing their price strategies, they start jacking prices up, that'll probably change a lot. But right now we have so much good inventory in our Goodwills that it's just easier for me to do that. Yeah, you definitely got to wake up early for garage sales. I wake up early in general. I wake up early for our Goodwills too. I'm always at the first one, so I will enjoy my vacation. I appreciate that, Renee. I am going to completely unplug for about 5 days. I'm really excited. And then when I get back, I'm actually driving up the East Coast back home to New York. My nephew's graduating high school. I'm really pumped to go celebrate with him. And along the way, I'm actually going to thrift the whole way up. So I'll probably be recording and documenting that. I'll have lots of cool content for you guys then. And actually this Monday, guys, kind of like a prelude to it, just to give you a heads up. I'm actually going to start at 5 a.m. I'm not going to announce the name of it yet. I'm kind of firm with the details. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I think that waking up early is super important. And that waking up early and having a schedule to me is really impactful. So I'm going to start like a little 5-minute series every 5 a.m. I'm probably going to go live at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm usually up before that, like 4 or 4:30. I'm just going to kind of cover whatever quote during my daily reading kind of resonated with me, and just kind of like a little morning share with everyone. And if anyone's up and wants to join me live and just chat and, kind of encourage each other to be up and be grinding before, your day gets underway, before the sun comes up, feel free to join me. I'm going to kick this off on Monday and try to keep that going every Monday. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty selfish of me, because I want to be like, everything I do on YouTube makes me more accountable and it makes me follow through. And so for me, I'm going to start doing that every day to keep me accountable. And so if you guys want to join me, I'd love to have you guys join me. If not, you can rewatch it when you wake up. I know West Coast is going to be really hard for people, but at least it'll be there when you wake up. So 5 a.m., I will have like a little 5-minute video every day, Monday through Friday, and hopefully that'll be helpful to everyone. I've had a lot of positive feedback from the other self-development stuff I did the other day, and so I just want to keep going on that. Drummer, no, we can't make it 6 a.m. We gotta make it 5 a.m. But it will be there for you at 6 a.m. when you wake up. So you can you can watch it and comment. So it'll be just the same. And it's going to be very short. 5 minutes. Quick quote, whatever I read that resonated with me, a little motivation, and just on my day back to the grind. But just thought it'd be cool to share that with everyone. And if anyone's up and wants to share that with me, it'd be really cool. Sky Seller just asked if I plan on becoming a full-time reseller. That is a really fair and good question. I get asked it frequently. I don't have a good answer for you because I just don't know yet. I love reselling right now. I have a good full-time job with a good company. I'm being challenged and engaged every day. I'm learning new stuff. So as long as I can keep growing my business and keep doing what I love and work full-time, I'll probably keep doing both. If it ever gets to a point where I feel like I can't grow anymore, that's when I'll have to have a real serious conversation with myself, with Shannon, and just with life in general, and figure out what it is that I want to do. But I try to take it like right now, 2017, I have a goal, and that's to get $100,000 in sales. So I'm just trying to stay focused on that in the context of what I have now. And when I get to the end of that, if it makes sense, then maybe I'll make the plunge. If not, I don't know. I'm also a very social person, so I just have to be very careful with whatever moves I make. I need to make sure that I'm staying social because I think I'll go crazy in isolation. So there's that too. Yeah, Sky Seller, I mean, part of why I was able to afford buying in bulk like I did recently was because I have my job too. You know, if I was working full time in a reseller for myself, I probably wouldn't have taken that shot necessarily. So, you know, it's just something to think about. All right, guys. So if you have any other questions, I'll take them now. Otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap up. This has been a great video. Hopefully the haul was really helpful for you guys and you enjoyed it. I'm pretty pumped to get it listed, pumped to keep sales rolling. Hopefully you guys' Junes are just crushing it. I'm going to try to keep bringing a video every day. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be on 10K on the Bays channel. Me and Chris have our third episode of our 6 tips at 6 Central time. I put the quotation Central, not Eastern. So we'll have that tomorrow, and we'll be on there chatting about that. And I will also probably have my Sunday shipping vlog as well, probably earlier in the day, just with what sold over the weekend. So hopefully you guys can stop in and join me for that. Have an awesome night, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Hope that things are going well. Thank you for joining. Hit that like button for me if you don't mind, and definitely check me out on Instagram. And don't be strangers, guys. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you got questions. You know, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you guys. So have an awesome night, guys.